Welcome back to TTS Daily, everyone. I'm Yi. Everyone is probably familiar with this media drama star, Zhao Lusi. Okay, I'm not really well versed in the entertainment industry, but in December 2024, photos of her in a wheelchair at a hospital sparked public concerns. She later explained she suffered from neurological damage due to dissociative disorders linked to her depression. And from the stories I've seen online, it seems that she was overworked and even filming non-stop through the day and night despite being sick, and sometimes even have like really crushing schedules, So on January 25th, 2025, she appeared at a brand event in Chengdu using a cane where she discussed her health struggles, including paralysis and loss of speech, and her recovery progress. Lusi also expressed gratitude for her fans' support and encouraged them to take mental health seriously, not to delay treatment. She highlighted her recovery as an example of what's possible with proper care. This is really different from all the stories that have been showing up on my social media feed, which gave me the impression that she was being ill-treated by her bosses. But then, at this official media statement seems to suggest that it was just a mental disorder that she had from the past, which she never shared with the public. So I'm kind of conflicted as to which is the truth. This just happened at night in Johor, Malaysia, where a woman and her teenage daughter were found unalive inside a BMW park near a primary school in Johor, Malaysia on the night of January 23rd, 2025. The woman was 42 years old and her daughter was 14 years old. The bodies were discovered around 9 p.m. by members of the public, and the police were notified at about 10 p.m. They were believed to have been shopping in the Bandar Baru Uda area before stopping to rest. Text messages indicated the woman felt unwell and wanted to rest. The victim here had 3 children, with the 14-year-old being the youngest, was the second victim alongside her in the car. Her husband works in Singapore. Early investigations showed that a possible petrol leak in the car's engine led to fumes entering the air conditioning system, which might have caused the unfortunate passing. The car's engine was running when they were found. The text messages from the woman to her friends indicated that she just finished shopping in the area and wanted to rest as she was feeling unwell. So it's possible that the petrol leak from the engine into the air conditioning system made them feel unwell, and it's possible that they could just have passed out from the fumes, and sadly, nothing could be done. I mean, police investigations are still underway, but as of now, no criminal elements were found involved. It just highlights how scary a petrol leak could lead to something as fatal as this, and the need for vehicles to be always properly maintained. We're in Singapore right now, where a 70-year-old man was just arrested for allegedly using a hammer to threaten a woman and damage her door. This happened at January 26 at 4:05 p.m. at Block 5 St. George Lane. The man was charged with criminal intimidation. The situation arose from an alleged debt. The woman reportedly owed the man money and was avoiding his calls. Police used camera footage to arrest the man within 4 hours, and a hammer was seized as evidence. The man is scheduled to be charged in court on January 27. If convicted, he could face up to 7 years in prison, a fine, or both. We're still in Singapore, where we have interesting story regarding country clubs. Are country clubs even still a thing? Is it still something that people go after? I mean, a lot of the facilities provided in country clubs can be found, like swimming pools, tennis courts. They can be found readily, outside in community centers. Yeah, maybe not tennis courts, but I mean, isn't tennis kind of overrated? Okay, so anyway, on June 28, 2023, the general manager of Tanglin Club was allegedly verbally abused by a member of the club's general committee. That led to the GM's resignation on September 27, 2023, citing a toxic work environment as a primary reason. And for the involved committee member, that member was removed from the general committee following a vote on October 16, 2023, after his behavior was found to have breached club rules against abuse of staff. An independent review confirmed the abusive conduct towards the GM, general manager, describing it as plainly abusive. The committee highlighted a broader issue of a toxic culture where staff feared members, leading to high staff turnover. Don't you just dislike high turnover. The committee then has recommendations for anti-harassment policy, which includes a formal complaint mechanism, protocols for handling disciplinary actions, and even encouraging diversity on the general committee to include more women and younger members. For context, the club has faced previous controversies, including the resignation of a former president in 2022 over questionable qualifications and a lawsuit in 2018 by a member over disciplinary actions. So, who agrees with me that country clubs are perhaps overrated? Our last story of the day: in Singapore, a man was accused of abusing his dog by hitting, strangling and shouting vulgarities at it near Block 187 Boon Lay Avenue. So the evidence on January 25, 2025 shows a resident recording a man abusing his dog. The video shows the man hitting the dog with a stick when it slowed down, him pulling the dog harshly by the leash, and the dog being forcefully picked up by its collar. The resident that filmed this video evidence also mentioned that she has seen this man abusing his dog for at least 3 years, multiple times a year, describing the scenes as heartbreaking, heart-wrenching. The resident shared the video with media outlets in hope of raising awareness about the animal abuse, as this was the first time she managed to capture the abuse on camera. The SPCA, Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, confirmed they received a report about this incident on January 27, and they are actively trying to identify the man but need more details from the public. They encourage people with information to contact them. The SPCA emphasized that force should not be used with animals and urged the public to report animal cruelty immediately and responsibility, highlighting the psychological impact such actions can have on animals.